So, in previous videos, I mentioned my must-haves and my wishlist for this upcoming CitizenCon Direct. Today, I'm going to continue breaking down the bingo card I made for the event by going further down and talking about what I wouldn't mind seeing, these features that are often overlooked but would be positive additions to the game nevertheless. So, without further ado, let's have a look at what they are. The first one would be the additional social features tied to the upcoming org revamp. We all know orgs in Star Citizen have been pretty bare bones for years, mostly limited to a tag and a shared name, but CIG has been talking about giving us better tools for management, communication, and maybe even representation inside the game. Imagine an org with its own colors, its own hierarchy properly displayed in-game, or even financial and asset management features. Personally, I would love to see, for example, an org headquarters, which would be like an org office where we would manage the finances, for example. That would be great. These wouldn't grab headlines, of course, like server meshing or new systems, but they would immensely improve how players coordinate and give organization more purpose beyond just being a Discord group. Next on my list is what we call the mini Drake Corsair. Now, we don't really know if it's going to be a mini Drake Corsair. We don't even know if it's even going to be a Drake ship, but it looks like one anyway. Now, we did see its silhouette a while ago, but since then, silence. There's been nothing at all. And I think that this ship has potentially a lot of potential. Unlike its potential big brother, which is clearly designed for long-range exploration, this smaller Corsair might end up being more of a transporter or even a bounty hunting vessel. Its silhouette actually reminds me of Star Wars shuttles, which suggest a focus on fast deployment and versatility rather than deep space travel. This could be a great ship for people who want something a little bit more tougher and perhaps with more character than just a cutlass, but without the crew requirements of the full Corsair. It will also expand the Drake's lineup here into a new role, offering more options for solo or small group gameplay. And CitizenCon will be the perfect moment to finally bring it out of the shadows. Another point on my bingo card is what many people refer to as the poop update, better known as Actor Status 2.0. Now, of course, we already have hunger in the game and the thirst as well, but this next step is supposed to go further here, because it's going to require players to use the bathroom, to take showers, or even do our business. And if we don't, well, our characters will literally shit themselves, and this is not just going to be a cosmetic detail, it's going to affect how NPCs are going to interact with us, which might even damage our relationships with the faction if we show up at a meeting or for a mission in such a state. Now, of course, it may sound funny, and it is, but at the same time, it pushes Star Citizen simulation to a whole new level. Survival mechanics are not just about food or water, but about maintaining a credible human presence in the universe. For long expeditions, org operations, or simply hanging around in social hubs, this will matter. Actor Status 2.0 has been teased for a long time, so CitizenCon Direct will be a great opportunity for CIG to show us how it's going to work in practice. Then we have creatures. Of course, everybody likes the idea of the Crusader space whale. It's beautiful, iconic, and would make the skies of Origin truly magical. But for me, what will be even more exciting would be to see progress on other creatures, like for example the Pyro Crab or the Borealis Stalker. These are supposed to add real danger and life to the planets we explore, and who knows, maybe CIG would even reveal some entirely new species that we haven't heard of before. This will remind everyone that Star Citizen is not just about ships, but also about building a living, breathing universe. And finally, speaking of living and breathing universe, something that I've been wondering about for years now, building interiors. A couple of years ago, CIG showed us some incredible detail concepts here, interiors for skyscrapers, for halves, for modular buildings that we could actually enter and interact with. It was really exciting and potentially opens a lot of possibilities, but since then it's been radio silence. Are they still stuck in concept stage? Has a white box version been built that CIG would finally show us? I really think that the potential here is huge. I mean, from missions to social spaces, it will make cities feel much more than just giant backdrops. So, these aren't necessarily my top priorities, but I think that it would bring something meaningful to Star Citizen. They would fill gaps, they would add depth, and they would make, as I said, the universe feel a bit more alive. But what else would you like to see at CitizenCon Direct that have flown under the radar? Which perhaps less important but interesting feature would you like CIG to unearth? Let me know in the comment section down below. And now it's giveaway time. We were giving in August a Drake Golem with LTI, and we're drawing right now the Wheel of Names, and our winner is Dr. Dante. So Dr. Dante, congratulations, I contacted you already on Discord. You got yourself a brand new ship. Thank you very much for supporting the channel on Patreon. Alright, well, our next giveaway is right here. It is thanks to Admiral Gruffus, a big fan of Kruger Intergalactic, and he is giving us a Kruger L21 Wolf. So all you have to do is to comment to any Star Citizen videos posted this month, and don't forget to subscribe as well, because if you're not subscribed, it doesn't work. 10 entries will be put into the Wheel of Names, automatic entries for Patreon and YouTube members. Guys, as always, a big shout out to Dr. Forbin, So Carter Sisters, Doki to Docker Shot, the Rise and Zero Crusher. I've been Iran, and I'll see you guys in the next one.